Hello, Next Gen Leader. What a beautiful day today it is. I am really happy to share this news with you. কেননা আমরা নেক্সট জেন লিডার যে কারণে তৈরি করেছিলাম, যে উদ্দেশ্য নিয়ে এবং যে লক্ষ্য নিয়ে, এবং আমরা যেখানে পৌঁছাতে চাই সামগ্রিকভাবে সমগ্র বাংলাদেশের আমাদের যে ইউথ যারা আছে তাদেরকে আমরা কিভাবে ডেভেলপ করতে পারি, স্কিল করতে পারি অ্যাজ এ রিসোর্স, সো দ্যাট আমরা সবাই মিলে বাংলাদেশটাকে সামনের দিকে এগিয়ে নিতে পারি। আর সেই লক্ষ্যে আমরা যেটা এখন করছি, ন্যাশনাল অ্যান্ড রিজিওনাল কোঅর্ডিনেটর ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম। এই প্রোগ্রামের ভিতরে আমরা যেটা করেছি, জাম্প মুভমেন্ট, জাম্প মেথডটাকে নিয়ে এসেছি টু হেল্প আওয়ার স্টুডেন্টস নেক্সট লেভেল, how they could go to the next level, how they could develop themselves towards the next level using a world-class method and formula, and that is jump movement. And I'm really delighted to share with you that the founder of jump movement, Ineke Hurkmans, now here in Bangladesh for this program, and we are going to do 2 days intense program যেখানে আমরা এই মেথডটাকে কিভাবে কাজে লাগিয়ে নিজের জীবনকে পরিবর্তন করতে পারি, নিজের জীবনকে আরো দক্ষ করে গড়ে তুলতে পারি, কিভাবে আমি আরো বেশি ইফেক্টিভ লিডার হব, ইফেক্টিভ হব, এফিশিয়েন্ট হব এবং নিজের জীবনকে আরো সামনের দিকে গড়ে তুলব। সো আমরা কথা বলবো দ্য ফাউন্ডার অফ জাম্প মুভমেন্ট, ইনেকা হুকমান্স, তার সাথে। চলুন জেনে নিই উনি কি বলতে চান জাম্প মুভমেন্ট সম্পর্কে। Ineke, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been amazing, to see you, to welcome you in Bangladesh, and so what a wonderful journey it is. Let's talk about the youths of Bangladesh. The possibilities of Bangladesh. That our 70% is youth, and you also know that we have a program called Next Gen Leadership Development Program. So how the jump method can help our youths and next gen leaders to develop themselves as a leader of the country.
Yes, I was so touched by the mission that you have with Next Gen Leadership. I was really touched because in my country we are 70% older than 35. We're just flipped the coin, and to me it was really interesting to become part in a country development where it's flipped around. And I know for a fact that young people have the future. And you guys in Bangladesh, you have a big future ahead because your economy is thriving and there is a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. Now,
right.
the thing that you could encounter is that you start thinking about what do I do? And this is why the jump movement really helps you, because it's going to give you more insight in where your heart's desire and your heart's answers are coming. It is to enable you to take on your leadership, to become the leader of the future in this country. It's very important to be aware of what your steps are going to be.
So that means, it is a method, it is a process which enables me, অর্থাৎ আমাকে সাহায্য করবে কিভাবে আমি এই মেথডটাকে কাজে লাগিয়ে আমার যে সুপ্ত প্রতিভা আছে, আমার ভিতরে যে লুকায়িত শক্তি আছে, সেটাকে আমি কিভাবে ডেভেলপ করতে পারি, রাইট? হাউ ক্যান আই ডেভেলপ মাই ইনার পোটেনশিয়াল, রাইট? অ্যান্ড এসেনশিয়ালি ইউ অলসো টোল্ড দ্যাট using this method, self-development, right? So what does it mean? Self-development is actually how can I develop as a human being? How can I develop as a next gen leader? It's all about improving your ability. It's all about improving the skill sets. It's the communication skill, it's the people management skill, it's the leadership skill, it's the problem solving skill. But the root of this is actually the self.
Exactly. Yeah, if you don't know yourself, you cannot lead any other people.
Absolutely. So jump is a method which can, help our next gen leaders to understand deep, right, heart and mindset, and also connect these two. How it works.
It works really simple, and that's why it's profound, I think, because I made it to a very accessible and self-organizing simple method. Actually, you only need your iPhone or your Android phone, and there you have an app which I'm going to show you how to use it. It is so simple, and you can do it anywhere you are, and you follow along the instructions in the app. It takes you 15 minutes for 2 people, and you have your next step. It's a very cool reflecting method which helps you every time and time and again to take next steps. It's fun. It helps you to learn yourself, to get to know yourself. It helps you to get to know your colleagues, your co-students, and it helps you to move forward.
Right. So fantastic. So that means it has এখানে 7টা different step আছে. So let's talk about briefly what are the 7 different steps. You know, just take us through the brief 7 steps.
Yeah.
So what is the step number 1?
In the steps, you have to have the first setting is that you want to make a safe space. So you promise
Safe
each
space.
other a
Right.
few things.
Let's say we are talking 2-person, right?
Yeah.
And the first objective is setting up a safe space. That
Yeah.
means I can talk anything and you can talk anything and there is no interruption.
No.
That's the first step,
Yeah.
right?
You need an alarm. You need an alarm because everybody gets an equal amount of time.
Right.
So you get 1 minute,
Boom.
I will be silent, and then I get 1 minute and you will be silent.
So that's step number 1.
That
right.
creates a safe space.
So safe space is step number 1.
Yeah.
And equal time. What's the next step?
Second step is to find out where you are proud of. If you can define what success could you define already in your life. Everybody has successes.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But the moment you tap into this field of success inside yourself, you know it's proof. Oh, I can create some success. I can.
Right.
We reward you for that.
So
Because
that means looking out the success stories, looking out the
Yeah.
proud moment of life. A lot of time we forget that,
Yeah.
I have achieved so many,
Yeah.
so much, but I am not grateful actually. I'm not recognizing. So that looks
Yeah.
like a confidence.
more of the time people are criticizing themselves.
Right.
This is not good enough, this is too
right.
short, this is too long, it has to be better. And rather that you create success by pointing out, this is wonderful what I did, and I applaud myself for it, that adds up to more strength and more power.
Right.
Now that is a setting you need for the next step,
Correct.
because the next step is actually kind of a reality check. So having that applause out of the way, how are you doing at this moment? What's the truth of this moment? How do you feel? Sometimes that's a bit vulnerable to share.
So that is step number 3. Right.
3.
So how I am doing at this moment?
How are you doing?
Checking the present reality, right?
Right, yes, exactly. Tapping in.
So let's say some student wants to be, want to achieve a better result or a better career, to kickstart their career. So then, where they are right now, right? So they can assess their own situations, present situations in this step.
Evaluate the moment, saying, "Oh, I don't have a good resume, or maybe I have a good resume, but I'm afraid to send it, or I don't
have so many skill sets."
Everybody has
right.
words, but normally when I verbalize my worries or the things that I am uncertain about, and I verbalize to someone else, what do I get immediately? Advice.
Right.
Immediately, because people want to help other people, but that's often not so helpful.
Right. So in this conversation, in step 3, there is no advice, right?
It's only a compliment.
Only a compliment. Okay.
Compliment.
So that's step number 3. And then 4.
4 is your first idea of direction.
Direction. Okay.
Where do you want to
direction?
go?
Okay.
So maybe if I just said I don't have a good resume, the direction would be I'm going to ask for help to create a good resume. I don't know. There is a direction that you.
Or I want to land my dream job, right?
I don't know. But there's a direction pointing out. It's
Okay.
not really clear, but you feel it's about to go that way.
Right. Okay. Some kind of direction.
You have to have your first broad idea.
Okay.
Then the 5th step, you want to have some feedback. You have to have some feedback because you're, of course, a bit insecure.
Right.
So, but what we do in the 5th step is that we change places. We become the other person. So we would sit on each other's chair, and I would be Kamrul,
Okay.
giving myself as Kamrul an advice, and you would become Ineke.
Right.
Now, this sounds maybe a bit complicated. It is actually very simple.
Changing the position and
Changing
becoming
position and becoming the other person.
Other person.
Identifying with the other person.
Right. So wearing the hat of Ineke's, and I'm thinking like I'm Ineke,
Exactly.
and I'm talking about
This
two
situation.
Ineke.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there are surprisingly nice things coming out.
Okay.
Because then you know and you hear that the other one has really listened to you. And that is so connecting.
Okay. Yeah. Because I am now actually on a stage, on an illusion kind of thing, on my mental space, where I'm actually, wearing the dress and mask of, somebody else, and then it's totally different than that of not doing this way, but to give the advice, right? So the perspective changes in this 5th step.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
6th?
6th is decide. Now you know. Take your decision. This is what you're going to do or stop doing. It's like bomb, you know.
So decision has to be taken on that moment, right? In this
the moment.
conversation.
Yeah, but you have it. So it's there.
Yeah.
It's just
You just have to
it's there.
Yeah, point it out and decide
You have to
about it.
you don't need much time. Everybody
Yeah.
knows. It's like obvious.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of time we procrastinate.
Oh,
we
yes.
will do, we will decide, we will think. It never comes. It never happens.
But this step comes from inside out.
Inside, okay.
It's like logic.
Yeah.
Natural.
Instant. When you ask your brain and heart, what do I want in my life? It answers immediately. So this is the sixth step. Fantastic. What's next?
7 is closing, and we share gratitude. We
Okay.
just add to each other where we are grateful for. And that's the closing of the circle.
Okay. So gratitude and closing.
The gratitude is actually the closing of the circle.
Okay.
And after that, we just go our own way. We take it
okay,
for
yeah.
our advantage, and we just do what we are planned to do. No evaluation, no talking, just go your own way.
An entire process, everybody has equal amount of time. It could be 1 minute, it could be 2 minutes. It's predefined, right?
You can choose.
You can choose. We can choose. So looks like even a husband and wife can have the conversation in this method.
Absolutely.
A team can have the conversation.
Absolutely.
Boss and
Yeah.
colleagues can have conversation. Even any strangers could have the conversation in this
Exactly.
method.
Yeah.
It's fairly that simple.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everybody can do it.
How did you bring this kind of method? How did you get this kind of unique but yet
I have been working as a consultant for about 10 years, and I was not really happy with the results that I
consultant
had.
as a 10 years?
As in 10 years.
Before
I created Jump Movement.
Okay.
So I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years now.
20 years now, okay.
And the first 10 years I've been working in a corporate setting, but I felt that they were too depending on me as an external professional to help
Consultant,
them,
yeah.
give them advice, send invoice, but actually nobody was really satisfied because the answers didn't come from themselves.
Correct. Yeah.
And on the other hand, we went to off-site trainings, and we had a lot of fun there, but in the workplace nothing happened. So I just thought I need to create a method that is self-organizing, very simple and self-empowering, and this is it. I made it.
It's like liquid.
Yes.
So simple, so easy, but yet it's so powerful. It means life. It means you. It means the potential. It means jumping the life. It means jumping the life that you want, that you deserve, and truly the life is yours. Just jump. Thank you. It's so profound. I have experienced the jump inside. I believe once you go through this process, you would feel the jump happening inside. Thank you for listening us.